biggest enemy is not your neighbor, your relative, or that boss who's always scolding you. It is the desire that is within you. The day you can overcome it, you will become like God. Now, Naradji is saying, in this bhakti, there are no desires. These desires are of various kinds, material desires. People go to God to get their material desires fulfilled. Somebody said, we think God is a cosmic bellboy. You press the bell, the waiter comes. Yes, what do you want, sir? So we think God is also a cosmic bellboy who will fulfill our desires. But the point is, if we go to God with material desires, then it will not be considered devotion to God. Just like, let us say your son is unwell and you go to the doctor, you inform the doctor checks out the son, he writes down a prescription, and then you go to the chemist, he fulfills your prescription and gives it to you, you return with the medicine. Now, were you engaging in devotion to the doctor? No. You were dealing with the doctor, but the mind was attached to the son. It was devotion to the son, care of the doctor. Similarly, if we go to God, oh my Lord, my son is not well, please make him all right. My daughter doesn't get married, please get her married. If we go with these worldly desires to God, it will be the same thing. It is not devotion to God. It is devotion to the son and daughter, care of God. He is only the means of getting this done. So if he doesn't do it, go to somebody else. If Sri Krishna doesn't listen, then go to Lord Shiv. If he doesn't listen, then go to Shani Dev. If he doesn't listen, then go and do some makbara. There was an Arabian sheikh. He had 35 wives. Now when he went to London for the first time and he saw all the goods there, he wrote back to them, what is it that you want? One said, I want a mink suit. And the second said, I want this particular perfume. And the third said that I want these high-heeled sandals, and so on and so on. The youngest queen, she wrote the numeral 1 on the sheet and sent it. So the sheikh got all the goods that the wives had wanted. When he reached, he sent it to all of them. But he went to that little queen himself with a slip and said, what is this 1 you had written? I could not figure it out. She said, I only wanted you and I have got you. That is how the realm of God works. Do you want all these things or do you want Him? So if you wish to attain Him, you have to give up all these desires. Our scriptures are so emphatic on this point. They say the thing that is the biggest enemy is not your neighbor, your relative, or that boss who's always scolding you. It is the desire that is within you. The day you can overcome it, you will become like God. Vimunchati yada kaman manavo manasisthitan taryev pundarikaksha bhagavatvaya kalpate. The Bhagavatam says, Vimunchati yada kaman. If you can give up desires, what will happen? You will become Bhagavatvaya, you will become like God. Now we make the desires thinking they will give us happiness. And the consequence is the reverse. It's like the bee that got attracted by the honey and sat down on it. Without realizing it had got trapped and it could not fly from there. And Ramakrishna Paramahans compares it to the moody. You know, they have these godowns where the grain that is harvested is stored. And on the entrance, because rats start infesting it, to keep the rats out, a little puffed rice is kept in a mouse trap. And these rats and mice come, oh, moody, the puffed rice. They enter the mouse trap to die there without realizing if they had just forsaken that little desire, the whole godown of grain was open to them. Similarly, if we can just forsake these desires, we will get that bhakti which will make us tabd mat and atmaram. And that is the purification of the intellect. So Narad says, look, in your devotion, don't desire material things.
This has been so meaningful for me and my family.